check these out. Crab apples. I think I would need a lot to make some crab apple jelly, don't you think? Hey everyone, it's Benita's Story, also known as the Fiber Pusher. It is gorgeous out here. It is late September. We have breeze. It still looks green about in the back, but you're really starting to see some color changes and stuff in the trees around us. And also the wind rustling through the leaves definitely has a different sound. In the summertime, it just sounds like a nice soft. Now you can hear that the leaves are drying out somewhat, and it definitely sounds more rustly than it does in the summertime. But I'm going to tell you something. We're approaching my favorite season. I love autumn. I love the colors. I love the smell. I love the crisp mornings. I'm not crazy about scraping windshield, but you know what? That's a little thing to deal with when you got all the pretty colors and everything around you. And I'm looking forward to long sleeve and sweater weather. I miss my sweaters. Now on the mahogany, the sun tea gave a little bit of color, but not a whole lot. And even in the 91% isopropyl alcohol, there's not a whole lot of color. I mean, there's color in there, but it's not a lot. With my experience with things like the canary wood and a couple of others, I'm going to put, because I have plenty of this, I'm actually going to put 200% weight of goods in here, plus these into the dye pot. So I have to get this soaking first. I am going to soak this in isopropyl alcohol. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get this up to 200% weight of goods, which means I need to put 200 grams of material in here. So I'm hoping for a really good color on mahogany. I like the reds and the oranges that I seem to be coming out of here. So that's what I'm trying to get, and that's what I want to get stronger of. And so, like I said, I'm going to put 200% weight of goods only because I really, really want to have some great colors out of this. So let me get this soaking, and we will talk to you once we're ready for the dye pots. Okay, I'm getting ready to start the Padauk dye pot, but I have a bit of a problem. This is all I have left, and I know this is not going to equal 100 grams. So, because there wasn't a whole lot of color in the jars and everything, I'm going to add all of the jars. I mean, look, there's a ton of color in these jars. I might as well use it. I'm going to add all of these to the dye pot. And I'm figuring, let's see how much is in here real quick. Okay, so I have 32. And what I had in these here were 60 total. So this isn't going to be quite 100% weight of goods. I'd say with a little bit of color that come out of here, let's say it's going to be, I don't know, between 80, let's just say 80 to 85% weight of goods. It's all I've got. I've got to try it. And so let me go ahead and get this in the dye pot. Or, no, I got to get this soaking. And then I can get it in the dye pot. But let me get this here soaking. I'm going to soak this in isopropyl alcohol because it gave really, really good colors in the jar. Yeah, the water didn't give a whole lot of color. There's just nothing hardly there. And so, yeah, I'll soak this in isopropyl alcohol, and then we will get it in the dye pot when it's good and soaked. Okay, this is the last of Series 3. This is the Bocote. I've already put the stuff that was all in the sun tea in the jar, in the pot, so those can go ahead and start heating up. Because we didn't get that great of colors with the sun tea version, I have got far greater than 200%. I'm going to guess that this is probably 250% plus. And I just want to give this the best opportunity I can to give me some color. So, let's see what this will give us. Now, I let this soak, the sawdust soak in the isopropyl alcohol. And it's been soaking for probably about 36 hours. I was going to do this dye pot last night after it's soaking for about 24 hours. But the circumstances beyond my control, I didn't get the chance to do a dye pot last night. So I'm doing it this morning. So let's go ahead and get this tied off, and we'll get this in the dye pot and get her up to heat, and we'll add some fiber, and we'll see what we can do from that. But keep your fingers crossed that the Bocote does a much better job than it did in the Sun Teas. So let's see what we get. So anyways, I wanted to show you today. It's been a while. I mean, I dyed these a long time ago, and I just have not had the chance to actually show you anything yet because we've been winding up dyeing the wool and everything. But I wanted to show you some results of. Now I showed you the results of the Purple Heart dyes, where I did 2 of them on the stove, 1 with water, 1 with isopropyl alcohol. But I wanted to go ahead and show you what the colors came out dyeing the other 3 dyes that's in the series, which was Mahogany, I'm going to pronounce it wrong again, Padauk, and Bocote. So, let me show you what they look like. Let's go with the Mahogany first because I really like the Mahogany. Let's start with the linen. Now, this is the tannin and aluminum acetate, and this is just the aluminum acetate. I like these. This is just a really nice peachy pink color, and that's just a nice pink color. So I really like the way these turned out. So there's that. On silk, again, you got just a nice pink mauve color. Actually, it's a really nice mauve color. It's got a bit of a gold look to it, but I really like that as well. The cotton, a nice pink. Really, really nice, soft, almost a rose tone pink. And nice light pink. I like this. Matter of fact, the blue that I got with the Purple Heart, I think. Gosh, I'd have to go back and look them up. It's been a while since I've looked at them. It would look good with this. But I think those are pretty together. Let's see. I showed you the silk for the Mahogany. Yeah, this just to give you an idea what they did in the Sun Tea. Obviously, not much. But here's the Mahogany with wool. This is the tin. Look at those absolutely gorgeous colors. That is, it's definitely an old rose color, an old dusty rose. That's just beautiful. I like the Mahogany with the tin. Mahogany with the, let's see, which one's this one? This is the copper. Is this copper? No, this is alum. So with the alum, it's lighter. And then with the copper, that's the copper, yeah, this is the copper. It's just a really nice dark brown. So those 3 colors together look really, really good together. I really like those. There you go. That's a better idea of how they look. Very, very sweet. Like those a lot. Now, as far as the hankies that I use, this is the one that I ended up reusing for the dye pots, and it's a good, nice pink. I mean, that's a sweet, 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 sweet pink. And so I definitely will be putting this in whatever project. The other 2, they're pink, but they're paler. Still deciding about these. Of course, like I said, you need pale colors in quilts. So these probably will go in quilts because they've got a nice little pinky cast to them. So quilt project, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with those. So that's the Mahogany. Let me put that away. I think I'll show you the Padauk, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember. All of their cloths, like these 3 here, pretty much, okay, they got a slight cast to them, but for the most part, they're still white. So I'm going to reuse these here for dyeing. They're too pale. They're not worth me worrying about. But the two handkerchiefs have got nice colors to them. Again, they're sort of, I'm going to call these more of a mauve color. I think these are way more like a light mauve. There's some brown tones to it, but it's definitely a mauvey brown. So I like those. I want to use those again. Now, remind you what, make sure we got the right ones here. Padauk, cotton. And these are the ones that I did in the Sun Teas. I did various versions. So, let's see, which one's which? No, these here were done with different. I've forgotten these. This was water. This was alum. And, oh no, this was water. This was... I have to check my notes. One of these is rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and the other one is Everclear. And I think this is the Everclear and this is the isopropyl alcohol, if memory serves me right. Lovely colors. I would definitely do it again for those colors. Those are some pretty colors. They're peachier tones with definitely pinks. This one's definitely yellow. So in other words, if you want to bring out the red tones in it, you've definitely got to use an alcohol of some sort. So it's definitely alcohol soluble. With that in mind, I did soak the Padauk, whatever it's called, in isopropyl alcohol before I dyed it. And I'm really happy with what I got. Let me show you the weakest ones first. So this is the linen. So linen with the tannin and aluminum acetate. Tannin with just aluminum acetate. Nice sweet colors. Nice peach. Nice light pink. Same thing with the cotton. Pale pink on this one. Almost white. Sorry. Yeah, my safety pin's rusted. So I got some marks on some of these that I'll have to work out. And then I got a nice peach with the tannin and aluminum acetate. Pretty though. I definitely think you can dye with these woods on cellulose fibers. Now I'm going to show you this silk. Oh my gosh. Look at these colors. This is the tin. It's just a sweet, almost salmon color. I really like this. It is just a salmony, wonderful salmony pink. Too pretty. This one here is, oh, that's also silk. And then we've got alum, which is just a lighter color thereof. To me, the tin actually gave a bit of a stronger color than the alum. And then the copper, this is just a nice rose gold color. Really sweet. Love those. And they actually look really nice together too. I'm happy with those. And then the wool. I love the wool. It's really interesting how they turned out. Let me untie these real quick so you can see them. So here's the alum. That is just a lovely peach. I just think this is just beautiful. I love this color. The tin, let's see which one's this. This is iron. So it didn't do so bad. It looks more like the way the alum turned out. So that was nice. The tin is definitely darker. This is a good, I'm going to call this dark orange. It's just a really nice dark orange color. And then copper. It came out green. Definitely greens. So here's your colors on those. I love this dye. I will definitely be dyeing this one again. This is stunningly pretty. Look at the range of colors you can get on wool. Would I dye them on the others again? I'm a wool person, but I definitely will do these on wool again. I'm just pleased as punch with these. Aren't those gorgeous? So, that's that one. Now, the last one that was in this one here was called Bocote. And the Bocote, I did not bring its sun tea out, but it was pretty pale. It had some light greens to it, but it was kind of meh, pea green. Let me get these untied here. I got some wonderful army greens. I love this, love this, love this. I love olive greens, and these just came out so pretty. Pretty much the same color across the board, depending on what you use. I got just a good army green. This here is alum. This here is tin. This is copper, and that's iron. So some shade variation differences, but for the most part, they're similar. Yes, I would dye with this again. Like I said, I love olive greens. I could see me using that. I could see knitting a sweater out of that. Actually, I could see knitting a sweater out of 3 of them and putting them together in something color work. That's how much I really like them. So, there's your results for those. If you can get the sawdust for, if you know a woodworker or Shepherd's Woodworking, let me tell you, on the fiberpusher.com website, there is a link to Shepherd's Woodworking, and that's where I'm getting all of this sawdust from. They have been so kind to send me these to test. Mahogany, absolutely. Bocote, absolutely. Padauk, whatever you want to call it, absolutely. These dyes are worth having because, like I said, let me hold them up together here for you. These are the wools. Don't those look like they'd be good together? I mean, you've got some pinks toward oranges, and you've got the olive green. I'm sorry, but I think those look awesome together. Yeah, like I said, this would make an awesome sweater. So, there you go this week. This is the rest of the dyes of the Series 3. Series 4 has been started, and I will be showing those to you in a bit. But there's those. Aren't they lovely?